The Mornington Peninsula's #1 social sports media brekkie show, live and loose with Paddy and the Goose.
When I walk down the street, see the people who stop and stare and say, haven't I seen that face somewhere a long time ago?
It's an absolute ripper, live and loose with Paddy and the Goose. Take it away, boys.
And welcome to Live and Loose with Paddy and Goose. Here we are, beautiful sunny day on the Mornington Peninsula. Yes, we're brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, and we've got all the nice Mercedes-Benzes around us at the moment. Neil Insulation, your blinds and shutters, and Simon, you did a great job around at my joint this week, getting the kitchen all up to scratch with the blinds through there. Now we can get the TV on with no reflection. Yeah.
You were complaining a bit.
Yes, and the Peninsula Juice Co. brought to you by them. And also, we've got the Game Changer beanies on. So the Game Changer beanies you can get onto the GameFace Facebook page, audio beanies. Great cause, the Game Changer
I think the
movement.
Game Changer round is next week or the week after, isn't it?
Next week it's coming out. Yeah. So, yeah, we're really looking forward. This mic doesn't sound like it's doing much here. Tommy, what are you doing? Typical bloody Dramana. All right, here we go.
Tommy?
And also this weekend we do. Oh, sorry, our guests today. This is throwing me with the thing. But our guests today. We've got Ned Moody from the Pines Football Club. We've got Chad Mulvogue from the Langwarrin Football Club as our Rising Stars Divvy 1, Divvy 2, and Tom Curren will be on the phone. Tom Curren will be on the phone, ringing in from the Kringle Football Club. So welcome.
In between a couple of PT sessions.
A couple of PT sessions.
He
Welcome.
He might be a bit sore too, Paddy. After last week, he got 50 possessions.
He might have leather poisoning.
He might too.
He might have leather poisoning.
I heard he had more possessions in your whole midfield.
He wouldn't be far off. Our midfield battled a bit on the weekend. That was well into Dramana. But this weekend too, it's a Mother's Day weekend. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. To my mum. To my mother-in-law, to Simon's mum, and Simon's 7 mother-in-laws. Happy Mother's Day to you all. And yeah, how did we go last week? Did you have how did the doggies go last week? Had a good win?
No, mate.
Oh, you had a massive win.
No, we had an okay win. Yeah, we played Ryan in the GameFace match of the day.
Yeah. You rang me Saturday night and said, match of the day, my ass. You said they were terrible.
Oh, let's not kid
and
yourself.
We won easy.
Mate, let's not kid yourself, mate.
You know what you said.
And you told me the same thing. Oh, mate, Dramana, we should get them. We owe them. How'd you go?
Fair to say we didn't get really that close. Look, young kids. We've got the young kids. We've got young, and not in that inexperienced side. We average a lot of games, and they're going to have fluctuations in form, and when they dip, they dip.
So did you have a dip?
We had a big dip. And look, but to Dramana's credit, Dramana, I think I said last week, Dramana is the best team in the competition, and that was fully backed up again on the weekend. They are an unbelievable team, and by team I mean the way they share the ball, the bond, the way they work for each other.
Yeah,
they are. No, I'm serious. The way, mate, today on that big YCW ground, I think they'll. If they play like they played against us on the weekend, which, you know, some of it comes back to us allowing it, but I do think that they'll get the chockies again today.
And as you said,
they've hit in some rare form.
As you said today, you've got Red Hill at Red Hill on the big ground.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Your young blokes, you're very confident today because you said your young blokes. You said last time you ever ventured up, give Lee Saunders a bit of a touch-up. Did you?
Red Hill is famous for me for a couple of things.
Yeah, I know.
Getting punched up by Les Saunders, yes. Les Saunders' hair was that colour, and his skin was like that colour, and he was a man mountain. He's a big Red Hill man. And
let's say
he was playing full forward. I was full back, and I did the full back niggle, and he didn't want to cop that full back niggle, so he just used my head as a punching bag, and we went to the tribunal. He got off, and I got 2 weeks. So work that out. I got 2 weeks for headbutting his fist. But the other thing that's famous for Red Hill for me, 2 bounces I had on the chip. I only ever had 2 bounces in my whole playing career, and there was 2 in a row. Not at the chip, sorry, at the big oval. The big oval there, coming out of defence. 1 bounce. Ooh, here we go. Still no one near me. 2 bounces, and then what are you doing, Paddy? A big lumbering. Kick it.
Let's stick with the Les Saunders.
Why? Because you like that story.
No, yeah. But hey, I see in Premier Data you are leading. What are you leading? Defensive 50 tackles. So-
Defensive 50 tackles. Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah,
At least we're
so
leading
that's-
something.
Yeah, but that's good.
Yeah, we need
Your
to.
defenders are doing
We
the
definitely
job.
need to get up there. Definitely need to get up with the possessions. But hey, there was some. Yeah, and we'll talk about all the footy later on. But what about Ken? We had a great response. Is this working? This I can't even hear myself on this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paddy.
good. Okay, sorry
I
guys.
can hear you, mate.
Oh, beautiful. I might just got blocked ears. But Goosey's Diary.
Yeah.
Goosey's Diary had great reviews last week, and people just want more and more
Yeah,
and more
let's
of your
not-
little journal. So I'm going to jump in right now with the.
What do you mean?
With Goosey's Diary? I'm going to read a little snippet from Goosey's Diary, and then we'll
No,
get.
that's
Then we'll
not
get.
part of
no,
it.
then
I
we'll get
thought
that on. No, I want to get it. I want to get it out of the way. It's very hard to read your handwriting though at times, but remember
Paddy.
this. I'll just flick through. But geez, there's just a great read. You know, I've read The Power of One, and I've read all these other stuff. But this is as good as it gets.
Here we go. So this is correct. Is it 100%?
This is your handwriting, and this is your stuff. This is from 1997, so the year after.
96, Paddy.
No, this is 97.
Oh, the year after.
This is what I'm reading you from your diary entry in about, what was it, May 1997. Dear Dairy. Now, we've got to get that right, but he writes Dairy, but I'll just say Diary. Okay, Dear Dairy.
Mate, I had a teacher like you teach me for spelling.
Bit of a boring day today. This is this is the Sunday after the game. Bit of a boring day today. Playing an undermanned Rye at home, we had a big win. The day didn't start too well. I couldn't find my footy socks or gloves. I checked all the usual places, the washer, the dryer, the clothesline. I couldn't find them anywhere. Then I remembered the bedpost. But that's a story for another time. My gloves are in the bottom of the bag. And to be honest, I don't really need to have the two gloves. I just wear them because when I take a mark, it's a lot more me time with me taking the gloves off and putting them into my shorts. Anyway, when we were playing Rye were double teaming and triple teaming me. It looked like Rye just didn't want me to score a goal and didn't care if they won or lost. Geez, I hate that. Anyway, our mids and other forwards were getting the job done. Not sure how without me kicking the snags. But it was during the game when I had a brainwave. I was looking at the scoreboard and I thought, that scoreboard should be named after someone. A Mornington legend, a goal-kicking legend, and an all-round good guy. So, I've begun the process of getting the scoreboard named after such a bloke. I wonder who that could be. Until next time, keep up the good work, Simon. This is just such a good read. Such a good read. And can we... What was the bed socks one? I don't even... the footy socks. You couldn't find your footy socks, but they were tied to the bedpost. Simon, I don't know what's going on there, but could be a story for another time. Maybe at 10 a.m.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, okay. Well, that was Goose's Diary. Now, let's get on with the next one.
Why did we do that now?
I just wanted to get it out the way. The people were crying out for him. I got mostly text during the week saying, just, can you do an hour of Goosey's Diary? They love getting insight into your brain. I reckon that was true about the gloves too. You used to wear two gloves. You didn't need two gloves. You had good mitts. And it was just more me time. Just snap.
Mate, it didn't take long.
What?
Just down the pants. Down the
Two
pants.
gloves. Yeah, I think you wore it because there was that bloke from the Bulldogs who used to wear two gloves.
No, I tried them out one time.
Yeah.
When I broke my cheekbone, just to keep my mind off
Your cheekbone?
Yeah.
How'd that work?
Yeah. Because I had an operation.
Should have wore a helmet.
I did the operation the Monday, and I thought something to take my mind off, and I wore them. I used to only wear them on wet days.
Yeah.
And then I wore
That might have been a wet day. Who knows?
Yeah, and I wore them on that day. Something different, mate.
Yeah.
I didn't mind being different.
Yeah, but that day that didn't sound like you kicked many. It sounded like the midfielders and the other forwards got the job done because Rye, they would have had Appleford on you and Chambers on you and Cooper on you.
I don't think
they would have all been just trying to stop you.
Well, that's why I reckon it's a lie because I think I kicked double figures most times.
Well, everyone's entitled to a quiet day.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, all right. I had a quiet day. I think it was only 11.
All right.
I went off at half time.
Yeah. With a coffee. All right. So let's get our Frankie Media Rising Star Award. This has been unbelievable so far. We're getting some great kids coming into the competition. And what we noticed about the kids is they're bloody going really well, really early. They're dominating early. So this fellow is going to be a super rising star. He's from the Pines Footy Club. Let's get him in.
Yeah.
We've got Ned Moody coming in to have a yap. So come in, Ned. He doesn't move too quick, does he?
No, he doesn't.
What about this morning? I texted him. I said, "Do you want a coffee?" He goes, "Oh, I like coffee." I said, "How do you have it?" He goes, "I don't care." So I could have got him.
Almond.
4 sugars. Could have got almond milk. Whatever. How was the coffee? Was it all right?
Yeah, it was good.
Good work.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome aboard, Ned. Good to have you in.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, Ned. And I don't think, Paddy, I should probably have a bit of a word to him because you're his coach. And we can find out a little bit about him.
Yeah.
Now, Ned, you're a Mornington boy, though.
I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, as we know, Paddy sniffs around Mornington area a fair
This
bit.
is about Ned, not about me.
No, I'm speaking.
Yeah.
Part of the deal was, and this is fact. This is fact because I've seen you in the car with the L plates on. Part of the deal was you had to get your hours up, so you chose Pines. And Paddy said, if you do sign, you come with me and you can drive me car with the L plates.
Well, I'm taking him to the footy today. We might try that.
Yeah.
How would you be in a manual, though?
Hey,
Oh, not the best.
Not
Not,
the
the
best?
greatest.
Paddy, every day I'll see you with
It's
him.
not a bad.
Training? How do you get to training?
Jared Gatt.
Yeah,
Or my
see,
pal
let's
take
go.
me.
Yeah, we develop the whole person, Simon, not just the footy side of it. So that's got a bit of merit there. I don't mind that. We might try that one down the track. Yeah, but say, hey, how have you enjoyed so far? You've had a bit of a whirlwind sort of a season, 2021, coming off COVID. Just talk us through your season so far in terms of everything you've done.
So started with obviously pre-season with Pines and a bit of Stingrays, and then played a pracky match for Rays, and then we only played 2 games this year. So played that against who did we play? Geelong and
Gippy?
Gippy.
Yep.
Yep. And then
Let him speak, Paddy.
Oh, I was just- I
know.
could see his brain ticking
Yeah.
over.
He's got the hand up the back.
yeah, Gippy, and we went well, got the win, so that was good.
And you played quite well, kicked a few.
Kicked a few points in the first game,
First game.
6 of them, so not great, but
6 behinds. That's why, mate, you should have come to Mornington, mate.
yeah,
Do you kick goals or me?
Didn't you miss goals? Anyway, you go.
Yeah.
5-6. You kicked 5-6 in the first round, mind you. Yeah.
and we went well, and then was lucky enough to be picked for Vic Country, so did a camp and played a trial game, and that was good, and now just playing with Pines.
And then chances to play in the 19 system with Stingrays. You in that squad there?
Been training with them on a Tuesday night, so hopefully looking to get a game.
Get a couple of games. So what a whirlwind. And then I think you've still got Vic Country commitments coming up next week. Is that another
next
camp?
week. Yep, playing in Werribee against Vic Metro.
Yeah, and I spoke to one of your teammates. Who do you reckon this would have come from? He talks a big game.
He reckons you talk a big
Yeah,
game.
you talk
Who
a
would have
big
said that?
game.
Oh, I don't know.
Your coach.
Not me. No.
Bo Henry.
No, of course he
re-
did.
Yeah, he reckons you talk a big game.
He talks.
Yeah, he
He
talks.
talks what?
Talks shit.
He tries to put a bit of pressure on Ned, so Ned pumps his. But Ned's actually a really level-headed young man. So far you've had a Pines jumper, Stingrays jumper, and a Vic Country jumper, and then potentially there could be that the Vic Metro Vic Country will get combined into one team, so you could have a Vic jumper. Is that how it works? Or
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
Just if you get picked for the next one, you get to go up to Gold Coast. So
nice.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
So, what about any chance to play as a 23rd in the VFL? Or?
No, he'd be too young. I would have thought he's only 17.
Oh, 17.
Yeah, he'd be too young. Maybe next
You
year.
can play though at 23rd.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
no, I
wouldn't.
don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
So, and what have you found it? Because you've talked about your first game of senior footy, so your first game against men, which was Rosebud at Pines. How did you find that?
It was different
Yeah.
because obviously with coronavirus, gone straight from 15s to seniors.
Yeah, how's that? Yeah.
The physicality side was pretty different, but with all the other games, got used to the pace of it. So
Yep.
I was alright with like the speed of the game, just that physicality side.
Yeah, it is a big junk.
It's easy for you to say.
With COVID, you know, obviously with that year off, how'd you keep busy in that year?
Just getting down to the oval with some of my mates and training, and just doing
With
that.
a group of mates?
No,
Well, just
no,
two,
like
two.
just one mate, but then just
Yeah.
different times.
I think it was always Geordie French and Harry Jones. There was you're allowed to have your two mates. So
Geordie and Harry.
Yeah, and they're both super players as well. Harry
Yeah.
Jones is probably one of the next sort of level talents as well. And your first game, you did actually start off quite well. I think how many did you kick in the first quarter?
3.
3 in the first
yeah.
quarter.
Yeah, that's not a bad start.
Not a bad start to your senior footy.
Old Tug would have been pulling his hair out.
Well, he actually made a change. I think about 10 minutes in, he had I can't think of who the defender was, but he ended up putting a real niggler on him after that. So yeah, it was fair to say he sort of leapt in the senior footy quite well. And what have you also found with the Stingrays type stuff? Is that been that bit quicker too when you've played that compared to what you were playing on the Sunday footy?
Yeah, it's heaps quicker. Just like because the skills are higher, like able to move it quicker, hit targets and move it on easier. So
it's going well. And you love your footy, don't you? Because you said about Mornington, boy, every time we see Ned walking around Mornington, you've always just got a footy under your arm.
I've been told I carry around a footy too much. But
No, that's good. That's good. And because sooner or later you'll meet girls and you're not holding anything.
Yeah.
Keep the footy under your hand until you get a bit older.
Yeah. Well, he's already been down that path. He's done all that.
I'd tell my
Yeah,
young
He's done all that. He's had the girlfriend. And
now he's given her the arse.
Yeah, now he's fallen back in love with footy.
I tell my young bloke, just keep the footy in your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, and loving it. And what's been one of the best things about getting down to the Pines? What have you enjoyed at Pines?
Just like the culture of the club. It's like everyone's real close together. Like always like getting around each other. So
yeah.
Don't forget what Paddy told you before, and don't forget tell him how good I coach I.
Oh no, he's probably had a bit of a. Yeah, he's probably seen the pumpkin head go off a couple of times and thinks, "What the hell's he doing, this bloke?" But no, we're just sort of building.
Lucky, I tell you what, lucky you did get the pacemaker put in before footy season started.
Yeah, well, but it was actually quite calm on the weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was good.
At times.
Yeah,
At times.
Half time was probably just nice and stern.
Yeah. You need that when you have a quarter like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we just sort of went to sleep. And that's what we're finding. We're finding that with the young fellas, as you said, coming out of a Sunday competition, playing 80 minutes, they're just staying in the game for the full 110, 120 is sort of finding it tough.
So, and position, what position? Hit up forward or mainly?
Four Pines?
Yeah.
Just forward, changing from high forward to deep forward.
Yeah, played. We GPS him on the weekend. Did 12 Ks and a lot of nearly 2 Ks of hard,
12
sprint.
Ks, it's pretty good.
Yeah, for a head up forward. Yeah. And then did a lot of.
Do you rotate? He was rotating?
Went down deep a little bit, probably a bit more than what I would have liked.
But
yeah, not off the ground. Yep.
Yeah, so 12 Ks isn't bad.
Yeah.
Could be better, but I'll take 12.
No, 12 Ks. That's probably around average. Not too many would have.
No. What's the ultimate goal then? Your ultimate goal is to get drafted, or
Yep. Hoping to get drafted. So
yeah. But at the end of the day, if it all works out well, happy days. If it doesn't, it's still that love of the game and love of the footy in your hand, and
that's the thing though with the young fellas. Like if you don't get drafted at the end of Stingrays, it's not the finish of it. You come in and look at Baggers who got drafted at 24. There's a heap of stories like that. But too many actually do give up after Stingrays.
Stop.
And I think all their dreams are shattered, but it's never over.
Yeah, especially with the mid-season draft now.
Yeah, and that's probably the good thing about footy, and probably the best attitude to take in too.
Well, if the worst footy gets is local level, it's actually it's not bad. If that's the worst it gets, it's not bad. It keeps getting better and better. The standard, when you look at the Premier data packages stuff that we've got now, it's right up there. So you can actually be a really good local player, really good citizen, and so we love everything you're doing. We're going to keep following your path. Obviously, we'll follow it at Pines, but I know the broader footy community's looking at Ned Moody and seeing what he can do without putting too much pressure on you. But we hope you just keep loving it and get back. He won't be playing for Pines this week, so Jamie Muller will be happy with that. He'll go like that because he's been playing really well. So won't be playing for Red Hill this week. Has a week off and then goes into that camp with the Vic Country, and then hopefully just keeps going up and up and up, and we don't see too much of him at Pines. That'll be the
So the camp, is that away for how long?
Just the weekend. So Saturday we got a training and then stay the night, and then the game on Sunday.
And who's coaching that?
There's like a fair few. There's like a couple coaches that run it.
Couple of their names?
Can't remember.
They've left a good imprint on you.
Nah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Yeah.
That's good. That's good though.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we wish you the best, and thanks for coming on.
And then
you've got to hang around because
you've got to get the L plates warmed up.
Good
work, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
Good work.
Good to have you on.
Cheers.
There's Ned Moody, superstar from the Pines Footy Club, and as I said, great young kid at the Stingrays, and Coxie and all the boys there are doing a great job too.
And the good thing about that too is he's a bit like Geordie French too. They're always down the footy, always down the junior footy too.
Yeah, just trying to get better. And that's
17s.
If you look, not blowing too much smoke up his butt, but he did something last week, and I just turned to the other coaches and I said that's why he's a cut above the rest. Even the Dramana boys are out there. He did something. It was getting the ball hand to foot in real tight traffic and then hitting the target. And I said there's just not many guys in the local comp that can actually do that. So there's that sort of X factor that they talk about. What's wrong? You got orange, have you, or I have? I have, or you have?
Have I?
No, you're fine. All right.
Hey, we better to push forward.
Yes. Yeah, we've got
Chad,
the next Rising 2 competition, the Division 2 competition at Lang Warren, who is absolutely flying at the moment. I think they're undefeated.
Mulvogue.
Chad Mulgrove, that was very good by you, SBS Simon. Good work.
Yes.
Chad Mulgrove from the Lang Warren Footy Club. Looking well, Chad.
Welcome to the show.
Mate, look at this photo here. You're like a little replica of Timmy McGuinness. Is he Timmy McGuinness, your little love child, or is he?
Hold it, Chad. You just push that in there.
He would love to say that.
Yeah, Timmy would love getting a mention on the show.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Chad, a couple of things though. One of your teammates told me.
Yes.
How do you reckon this would have been? Mate, you'd be lucky to come with a shirt on. You don't mind your rig out.
a little Boswell.
He likes.
The boys at the club love to say that I get my rig out, but I try and keep it under wraps most of the time. But I'm not sure. It could have been a number of boys that stitched me up there.
One of your coaches said when they say, all right, we're doing competitive skins and shirts, you've got your shirt off straight away.
That would have been beauty, wouldn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
But some of the
Beatty
smart
stitched me
ones
up
do
there.
that not to show the body off because they know they can't get tackled so you're going to stand out.
that's right.
Chad's not doing it for the tackle.
No.
He's doing it. He likes to get.
So tell us your journey. You've come from all the way through the Langy Juniors, or
Yeah. Played at Langy ever since under nines. I played 3 years under nines footy and then just continued on through my juniors.
Yep.
Now at senior footy now. So yeah, it's been great.
And you've always been a smaller player, or were you the big kid who didn't grow, or?
Nah, I was never the big kid. I was probably sort of average height when I started, probably up until under 13s.
Yep.
Just didn't grow. I was tiny. But as I got towards sort of under 19s, just grew a little bit more. I'm still the small kid, but just not an absolute midget anymore, which is good. So
Yeah, and you got the bit of the bulk and.
yeah. I go. I'll give Legacy down in Somerville a bit of a plug.
Oh,
with,
Chris Delmo. Chris Delmo. Yeah.
He made his way to Pines now.
Yes,
Dale,
he's
with
come
his
across
brother.
in the mid-season draft, which is good.
Yeah, down at Legacy. Chris does some great programs, like just mostly based on footy. It's not sort of bulking up, trying to be a bodybuilder, but just getting your body right, sort of.
So it's not the beach weights for the chicks. It's
No.
Yeah,
But they said you just get there and pump the old.
Yeah.
Well, when we look at this,
Make 'em
when we
move.
look at this photo, apart from noticing the pink boots, now what's the go there? But we look at that photo, but you have very, very strong
Might
legs.
have been Mother's Day around that.
Nah, they're flashy. Yeah, I don't mind. I'm generally a quietish person, but I don't mind the flashy boots here
On the
and there.
field.
Yeah.
So you're going to express yourself on the field. We
Yeah,
like that.
that's
And
right.
what position have you been playing?
First couple of weeks I was forward. Made my way into the midfield now, which is good. So mostly mid, but we've been running with some sort of forward mid rotations.
Yep.
So yeah, just rotating.
And when
through
you're playing the forward line, Bagley just would have been saying, "Get
Get
out,
out."
get out,
Yeah,
get out,
yeah.
Not now though. He's saying come down.
Baggers is great. He's good with the young kids, and he's been playing mostly forward at the moment.
Yeah.
But he's made his way through the midfield as well too. Yeah. We're pretty we're not as a coaches would say, like before the game, they don't really want anyone to kick bags of 5, 6. It's sort of just share it around, and then defense don't really know who to go to, sort of thing. So,
Yeah, okay. Completely against the Mornington game plan.
Oh, and you made your debut in round 1.
Yeah, against Seaford. Yeah.
Yeah, and haven't looked back. Josh said, obviously COVID round. He said COVID year, you would have made your debut back then.
Yeah, I think I was pretty close. We had a practice game at Phillip Island, and I played all right. And then obviously I would have loved to play, but so would everyone, sort of thing. You know, Corona hit, and there you go.
So did you get to play 19s, or you just jumped from juniors to senior football?
Nah, I played 1 year in 19s.
Who was your coach there?
Coach was Matt Watts.
Oh, what's he?
Yeah, what's he? Played a year in 19s, and then that was my bottom age year. And then the year Corona was going to be top age 19s, but now I'm jumped from bottom 19s to senior footy now.
Are you a footy head? You love the game and
Yeah,
you study
yeah.
the game well?
Yeah, I've loved footy ever since I was a kid, ever since under 9s footy. Just yeah, love playing the game.
Who's players that you've looked up to growing up?
Well, if we're talking AFL, probably I loved Lenny Hayes. I loved the way Lenny Hayes went about it.
Is that who you model? You know, all youngsters, they look at someone and model their game on someone.
Nowadays, probably more like I try and use my. Obviously, I'm not the tallest fella. I try and use my speed a bit. Try and exploit our packs. So I'm like Paddy Dangerfield, Paddy Cripps, all that kind of stuff.
What about
Hey, they're
Tommy
pretty
Papley?
tall.
What about Tommy Papley?
Papley,
Can you celebrate a goal like
He's
Tommy
a cheeky
Papley?
little prick.
I reckon that's more Joshy Dormer's aspect. He
Oh, is
loves
it?
a goal. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sort of just a midfielder. I kick it down to him.
Have you snagged a few this year? Have you kicked a couple?
I think I kicked 2 against Summy.
Yeah.
I'd kicked 2 against Summy and kicked 1 against someone else. But yeah, not a whole lot. But yeah.
Yeah.
Last week, 3 clearances, 6 inside forward 50s, which not a bad effort.
Yeah.
22 disposals, so not too bad at all for a young bloke. What
No.
are you, 19?
Yeah, 19.
Still
I
not
turn 20 in September.
And obviously the boys are going well. You haven't had a loss yet, and you're sitting on top of the ladder.
Yeah.
And you've played some of the perceived. You've played Somerville and you've played Seaford, so some of those stronger sort of sides. And then we haven't had the top of the table clash yet with the doggies.
Yeah, I'd love to. I don't know when that is, but
Round 9.
against your mum. But I think that'll be a pretty. Is it at Langy? Is it at Morno?
At Morno.
Yeah, so that'll be.
Do you
Hopefully
play
there's
each
big
other
crowd
twice?
there.
No.
Only once.
the once.
Jeez, you
Round
got
9.
kissed on the
Why?
face for
Well, Langy might have.
only playing Langy once.
Why did we get? Why
Yeah.
not Langy?
Well,
We both did,
no,
didn't we?
because they're the stronger side.
How
So
do you
they,
know, Paddy?
they're the stronger
Jeez,
team. And Mornington knew they just handed it to you. Just here you go, boys. Take a finals berth. You ain't got to play. Who else do you play twice? Only
No, most of the other sides.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Langy for some reason we play once.
only playing once.
I think Ty maybe only once.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so and the coaches down there, how's it work with the two, like Beardy and Blake? Because Blake's not playing anymore, is he?
Yeah,
No,
Blake
Blake's not
hasn't
playing,
been
no.
around for a while because he's been away, hasn't he? Doing a little bit.
No. Blake's been around. Blake's not playing anymore. It's just the 2 coaches. I sort of like it. We down at Langley, we sort of run with it. We got the two senior coaches. We got 2 senior captains, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's sort of just normal.
Sharing the
normal
load from the
normal
captains,
for me,
from the
yeah.
coach's point of view. Sorry, so does one do review and one does pre-game and
That's
game?
yeah. They sort of have their own roles. Like Thursday night team meeting, Blake puts in a lot of work. Sort of opposition, go through the opposition players and all that kind of stuff, and what we want to do on the weekend, and then. Same as like Saturday mornings, probably more Blake, and then as it gets towards right before game time, Beauty would give us the pre-game speech, and then
The rev up.
the rev up, and then during the game it's sort of just split. They both do their
as
own
it
thing.
goes.
Yeah.
And who's some of the opponents that you've played on this year, and you've thought, oh, geez, he's not a bad player. I can learn a bit off him. Or did you play with against Racing from Seaford?
Yeah, I played a bit on Broomhead actually.
Oh, that would have been a good experience.
We played a practice game against Montmorency actually, and we played against Ben Kennedy used to play for Collingwood and Melbourne, and he's still a freak, just so strong at the ball, and same as Broomhead, played on Broomhead, and it's great to just learn off.
Definitely
learn off the.
Yeah.
So in a
football.
tagging role or just
No,
your
just
opponent?
just opponent.
Equalise.
Yeah, just opponent. Sort of just try and learn as much as you can while you're young, and then hopefully get to that level one day.
Have you copped a decent hit yet where you thought, oh, geez, that's not like the 19s or that's not like the 17s?
Yeah, copped a couple.
Yeah.
Copped a couple. Oh, it's good. I like that kind of
At
stuff.
training?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he trained
Red?
against Pines.
Yeah,
Hey?
they gave us.
Those were the days. We were going all right then. Yeah, we played it. We trained all right against you. Yeah. And this week, who you got today?
We have Chelsea today.
Oh, Chelsea.
Yeah. So
They're going okay too. They've
Chelsea
got back in it.
they had a slow start, but I think their last couple of weeks been pretty good.
Your ground or their ground?
Yeah, at Lakey.
They had a
Lakey.
slow start. Then
Yeah.
the Tuesday night he took them to the pub, and since then they haven't lost. Yeah.
Maybe the rest of us should try that.
Yeah, that's back to the 80s.
Pines might be.
What's that?
You might try that, Paddy.
No, we just keep we try to keep getting better each week. So yeah, I don't know, not necessarily know how going to the pub's going to make you better, but yeah, there's a bit of merit in that. There's a bit of bond. I think that's what they probably would have been
That's
talking
right.
about.
That's right.
So
A bit of team
bonding,
work,
yeah. No, so we've been loving your work so far. As I said, it's just great to see so many young guys coming into the competition, and
And especially after the year off too, because the young blokes have shown a big improvement. Like I know the blokes at Mornington, just that year off to develop a bit in the gym and everything.
Well, it sort of went one way or the other. Some
Yeah.
went backwards because
Yeah.
they just did nothing. And
that's right.
I reckon it was probably more your sort of 26, 27-year-olds who were like, this could be the end. I might play again. So I reckon they were just like, oh, well, just sat back on their heels. And the young kids were the ones who went, oh, I'm going,
Our
going,
24, 25s.
No, I said 26, 27.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so, yeah. So,
One year.
big
jeez.
difference, big difference. No, great to have you on, Tommy. Sorry, Tommy.
Hey, well done, Tommy.
Thanks.
Tommy, hey,
No, because we've
hey,
got
just-
Tommy Curren
no,
next.
Just,
We've got Tommy
hey,
Curren.
hey,
I got
just
brain damage, mate.
excuse,
Every week.
Excuse Paddy
Every week.
because when he had the heart scare, the oxygen to his brain it went off for 2 minutes. And
I've still got to
when
get
it
this.
says
I've
that
got to still
recovery-
get a brain. What is it? The
Yeah,
brain scan,
yeah.
MRI. They get MRI, and they're going to find out if I've actually
So,
got one.
yeah.
First of all,
So-
they didn't think I had heart. Now they know I've definitely got one of them, and
Yeah.
now they've got to find if I've got a brain.
So
Yeah.
the problem was the oxygen.
Ah,
So we
okay,
excuse
okay,
him.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay.
We
Yeah.
excuse
No,
him.
sorry, Chad.
Oh,
Sorry,
good.
Chad.
Oh, good.
Chad, it's only written right in front of him there.
No, I looked down and we've got Tommy Curren next. So
Yeah.
that's the old brain getting ahead of myself. So, but have you played on Tom?
We did. We have played Curren.
Have you played on?
Yeah,
Did you play on?
I did. I did spend a little bit of time on Tom.
As an insider.
Yeah, another just we got so much talent running around in
Yeah.
Div 2 and even in Div 1. There's a
Yeah.
lot of XFL players running around, and Tommy's one of them.
Yeah,
Like,
Tommy's improved though each
Yeah.
week. Like he played well against us, and I've seen him a couple of times. He's improved. What I want to ask him too is he looks like he's enjoying his
Yeah,
football.
good.
It might have been taken away from him. And
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Have we got him on the line? Have we got him on the line?
no, we haven't, mate. We'll just wait.
Oh, well,
We'll be getting him in after. We'll tell Tommy,
Yeah.
when to call him, but in about 5 minutes. All right.
Oh, okay. I thought I was running the show.
Hey, well, Paddy, when you muck up the names.
No. All right. Well, Chatty boy, great to have you on. As I said, not going to
Thank
call you
you.
Tommy again.
No, thank
Keep
you.
doing what you're doing.
Thank you,
Say good day
thank
to Baggers. Say good day to Joshy and
Yeah,
Blake
I
for
will.
me.
And
Thank
it was
you.
it was
Good
Baggers that dobbed you in about the rig.
Oh,
too.
it was Baggers, was it?
Yeah,
I was
don't
running.
worry,
He knew I was coming on on Tuesday night or Thursday
Oh, yeah,
night.
because I got a bit of
I didn't know how
Well,
he knew, but that's how he knew now.
He's only jealous because he's got a dad body now.
Yeah.
So-
Do you call him that, the old
Old
fella?
dad body.
Nah, just Baggers. Just
Baggers.
You
Oh,
got
that's
you
good
got
work.
to get into him. a bit.
Yeah, I'll get into him now that you stitched me up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
I'll-
Chatty.
Thanks, boys.
Good luck today.
Thank
and
you,
good
thank
luck
you.
with the award. Maybe you can take it out. But good luck getting past Matty Kane because he's a Morno boy and Goose said he's going to win it.
Now
Hey.
that's rubbish, Paddy.
Come on.
Hey, come on, mate. You don't say that.
Let's be honest.
Because
So-
that's rubbish.
Oh, look at you go. The professional, ever professional. Good work.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Come in now because last time the listeners said, shit, we never saw Paddy on the...
yeah, they said
They
Simon,
said it
Simon
looks-
never looked so good without sitting next to you, Paddy.
Yeah, they said it looked much better.
Pretty good, eh?
Much better. So,
All
yeah.
right. So, what do you want? We'll go through a few of the games before we
Yeah.
get into Tom. So, you're going to give us the little signal to say Tommy's on the
Yeah.
on the go. Yeah, here we go.
So, Paddy, now what we'll
Let's
do
do a bit of
is-
Divvy 2.
Let's go. Are we doing Div 2 or Div 1 first?
Div 2. Div 2, because I don't even know. We've got Lang
All
1,
right,
we just
hey,
spoke then.
So Langy and Chelsea,
Chelsea.
which,
That's gonna be a
which
good
will
game.
be a really good game because, as we said, Chelsea's improved,
Shawnee Foster's having a great year.
Yeah, yeah.
He'd be probably
And-
leading their best and fairest.
Oh, Toddy Gardner, he kicked 5 and did really well. We've got Devon and Hastings, which is going to be a really good game because, Devon.
Yeah.
What?
Devon's going well.
No, well, Devon, I think, did they have the Lids play last week or this week? They play at Devon. Yeah, Lids plays this week. So,
Really?
Yep, he's playing again.
Another
Another
meeting? Another luncheon?
No, another paper bag.
Shush.
So
Shush, yeah.
he's doing the old.
Rye Seaford now.
Hey,
Rye
hey,
need to bounce back, and they've got a few injuries, Rye, but they get a few back in. Campbell Robinson's back, and who was the other fellow who gets back?
who-
Kirkwood's out again, though. Kirkwood didn't come up. He played
no,
against
he
you.
might play.
He's
might
not
still-
playing.
No, he might still play. Believe me. And your nephew played too.
Yeah, but he's back down the early game.
They on and off the ground, not
Yeah.
much. And we got Curren and Crib Point. But before we go into Curren and Crib Point, I think we got Tommy.
We have got Tommy on the line.
Tom, are you there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here, guys.
Welcome
Tommy
to
Curren.
Live and Loose, mate. And I know we've got you out of work because you do. Is it your own business, your PT business?
No, I'm just helping out a couple of mates at a gym, but all good, mate. Gave me an excuse to pop out, and thank
What's
you.
the clientele like? Is the clientele? Is it your 40-year-olds or your young ones or your mums and that sort of stuff? What are we dealing with?
Oh, we've got young and old and everything in between. So just group stuff at the moment.
Oh,
So,
Group PT. Group PT.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Tommy doesn't mind the gym a bit if you've seen his rig.
I saw the pipes and all that on him, yeah.
He does all right. So.
Well, he's ex-AFL, ex-VFL, so they know how to train.
Yeah. Hey, Tommy, we'll talk about your journey a bit. To me, I like. Obviously, you played us in round one, but I've watched you a couple of times since. You seem to be really enjoying your football. You know, you've played at the AFL over in the Waffle State League. What made you come back to local football?
Yeah, well, you're exactly right. I am really enjoying my footy, so I'm glad that that's evident from afar as well. But I just wanted to just come back and play with a couple of mates, just take things a little bit, or not as serious, and just enjoy my time whilst I'm still able to play. Because once you're retired, you're a long time retired, and I'm only 28, but they say these days in footy terms it's sort of starting to get on a bit. So I thought, well, now's the time to enjoy my footy, and that's sort of why I chose to play down at Gringle. I've got a couple of good mates there. One of my best mates, Scotty Jansen's down there, and who's playing ripping footy as well himself, which is good. And Skin, the coach, has been a family friend for years and years. So it just sort of made sense, and I'm really happy with that decision at the moment. And loving sort of what we're doing at the moment, and hopefully we can keep pinching a couple of wins here and there. Yeah,
because when you looked at Kringle from, what they had in 2019, a few players moved on, and then, you replaced them with a couple of kids, and it was probably not looking so great at the start. And then, you add yourself, and there was a couple of other boys who jumped on late, and, you've probably surprised a few in the competition, which is good.
Yeah, definitely. There's been so much turnover, and not just for Kringle, but given the year that 2020 was, so much natural sort of turnover amongst the lists around the league and leagues across Australia, I suppose, for that matter. And you sort of don't know what you're going to get or who's going to be who in the zoo at the minute because of the hiatus that we had. And that probably adds to a bit of the optimism and the excitement as well. I reckon, especially with a young group, they can be sort of quite easily excited and aroused, and hopefully we can sort of ride that momentum because, when they get excited and we pitch a win or two, they're very up and about and buoyant. We just got to try and build some resilience amongst the young group as well, and obviously we're going to have a loss or two here and there and just not be too down on ourselves because I think we're all starting to sort of see the process that we're putting in place, and we just got to trust that because we're sort of starting to play some good footy at the moment. So it's an exciting place to be, I think.
Yeah, good.
And last week, mate, you had a pretty lazy game. You only had 50 possessions, mate. Your foot all right? Is your foot all right?
Yeah. I'm not sure if they're super accurate, but I suppose I'll take it for sure. But it was strange. It didn't feel as though I had that many. I knew I had a little bit of it, but to be honest, I was more so getting around my mate Scotty. He bloody had a game in himself. He had about 30 odd and 12 tackles, 9 clearances, 3 goals. So I was all sort of getting around him, and then I saw the stats come out on the Monday or something. And
have you watched your game?
I was going to say, do you go through your game? Because, they do it off the video, and you do get your game now, so you can count them up yourself.
The vision, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to get on there and have a look, but
he didn't have a spare 3 hours. He didn't have a spare 3 hours to watch the 54 touches.
But do you get your game? You go through your game, do you? Like we get now?
Yeah. So it's sort of in the past we've had at other levels that I've played at, you have behind the goals vision, so there's nowhere to hide, and you can sort of really analyse it. By simplifying it, we only have the sort of side angle view. So as a midfielder, you can get to see some good stuff around the stoppages and whatnot, as you know. But as a forward or a back, it's probably hard to analyse your game from what you're doing away from the footy. But as a mid, you can get some good stuff out of it. So I try to have a look here and there and try to pick up a thing or two and improve each week. Yeah.
And have you been helping Luke out with, as an experienced player and playing at high levels? Have you been able to help Luke out with bringing on some of these young kids in terms of just preparation during the week or in game, just to help them to bring them forward quicker?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's probably the better person to ask for that. But to be honest, I really try to. If I sort of see something, I want to say something. If I feel like I can add something to the group, I definitely will bring it to the floor. Especially as you mentioned, they're such a young group, it's such an impressionable group. And what's been really pleasing is we sort of try and introduce or coach something, and then within a week or 2 weeks, we're really starting to see it game day. So they're very impressionable and just like a sponge. They just want to listen and learn and improve. So if I can help fast track that or throw my 2 cents in, I'll absolutely do that whenever I can. So we've got a good couple of older players down there, which is helping that. We got my old mate from back in the Stingrays days, Rick Ferraro, down there as well. So he plays up at Hepburn, but he'll come down and train with us because he lives in the area. So he's really good in that space as well to try and fast track our young crop.
Is he training, or does he get there and have a bit of a kick and then just a bit of a chat?
No, he trains,
Oh,
mate,
that's
and
good.
you'll know about it because he uses his voice a fair bit. So he'll which is great to set the standard and the example for the young group that we've got. But he's been great, mate. He trains and trains hard. So,
He's a little energizer bunny, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, mate. Benjamin Button, I think he's getting better with age.
Yeah, well, taking the pressure off coaching would help him out too.
Yeah. What about your time over in Perth too? Did you enjoy Perth? Like a few of our boys from Frankston, when they went there, they loved the climate over there and loved the lifestyle.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, it's I got really lucky that I landed in a great culture with great people in Claremont. I knew a couple of people prior to moving over, but more or less it was you never know what you're going to get until you're actually living it. So I was really happy that I made that decision. It was 3 years and it went so quick. And I'm looking to get back there in the next few weeks as well and watch a game and sort of, say good day to the boys and reconnect with those guys. But, I learned a lot. It's a different game to the VFL. While still a state league level, the grounds are a bit bigger and you've got to have a great running capacity. Otherwise, you get found out, especially as the game goes on. It was a great experience, and I probably learned a bit at that level as well, even probably playing high level prior to that. I still learned a lot. So, it was great, and I've only got positive things to say about that.
What work did you do over there? PT?
So I did a bit of personal training over there as well, part-time. I studied and did my exercise science degree over there, which I finished last year, and I also worked at the Claremont Footy Club in the player development and welfare space. So that sort of really is a big part of my life, that sort of psychological and welfare and mental well-being space. So really passionate about that. And so I try to do that part-time as well at the footy club. So that sort of kept me busy enough along with the studies and playing footy, which, it just made my time go so quick because it was quite busy at the time, but it was really good, mate.
And did you play against? You would have played against a couple of those boys that Simon mentioned, Lee Kitchen, and I don't know if Shane Hockey was still playing there. Did you play against a few of those boys?
Yeah, played a few of those. Like Delahunty as well.
Yeah,
there was a few of those boys, especially Kitchen and those guys at Subi. They were a bit of a powerhouse for a while there, and they've just come back to the pack last year and this year, I think, in the waffle. But they've done really good things for Subi, and those two blokes that I mentioned, Delahunty and Lee Kitchen, they've had a great influence on how the success of Subi, I suppose.
They're going well.
It's a credit to them.
Yeah, well, we talk about the different styles from Perth, the waffle to the VFL. Lockie Dell, for us, he played in the wing there. He won a Sandover in the ruck. So
yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, and basically he was effective in the ruck, but more or less he was just that extra midfielder, and that's why he was so good. He was doing his job as that ruckman, but then he'd be sort of still averaging 28 touches a game and probably hitting the scoreboard once or twice each week as well. So
did he manage to make the ball? Did he manage to make the ball spin
spinner.
properly in the waffle? Because in the VFL he was the helicopter king.
Yeah, I think he did prefer the handball option, but he definitely was very effective, and clearly he won a Sandover, so that doesn't happen too often. So it definite deserved winner.
And what about? Can you just talk us through one of your teammates there at Kringle who come across from POB or Peninsula Old now? In Jordan Pomeroy. How's he going? Because he's got big raps on him.
He has. What?
Mate, he's a ripper, a ripping bloke first and foremost, which is the most important. But as a player, mate, he's doing great things for us. He's just a hard, seasoned body. He sort of pinch hit in the ruck for us a little bit when the chips were down, the stocks were down earlier in the year. So he's very versatile, and he's really leading the way in that contested sort of space as well. Whilst he might not have huge numbers in terms of disposals, but what he does for us in doing the tough stuff that's probably not as glorified. It's sort of we really are happy that he's wearing our jumper.
Him and his sidekick,
Little Glennie.
Danny Glenn?
They'd be inseparable.
Well, big word for you.
Mate, playing with both of those guys, he's great. And just like George Pomeroy, Sammy's a ripping fella, and I played with him a few years ago, way back when in the junior ranks at Mount Eliza, and he's developed into a bloody good footballer. So it's a pleasure running out with both of those guys each week. And as I said, they're just great guys. So having good characters around the place helps culture at Curren, and we're sort of starting to really take some strides in that space as well.
Yeah, well, you've got a good mix of the old and young now, with the experience and the developers coming through. Young, or not young, he's been season campaigner now. Dale Alanis, you hit the showers with him, have you?
Oh, come on, Paddy.
I don't know what you're referring to.
They're cubicles now, aren't they,
Oh, they're
Tommy?
cubicles,
They're
yeah.
cubicles now. Dale just walks past with the door open.
He didn't mind getting it out at Frankston, I remember that.
Hopefully we get him back soon as well. He's missed a little bit of footy of late, and he doesn't like being on the sidelines, and we don't like having him there either. So when we can get him back, it's only going to help us as a group as well. So who knows what this year will have in store for us, but we're bloody excited and optimistic, but realistic that there's some other good sides around as well. So we've got to turn up each week. Otherwise, it's not going to happen for anyone.
Yeah, no, you're doing a great job, and you take on Cribby today. So we wish you all the best with taking on Crib Point. And as we said, we love having the ex-AFL, state league players come back into the local comp and just develop our comp and make our players better, our coaching better. And so thanks for doing that, and hope and glad to see you're enjoying it.
Yeah, thanks, Tommy. And that's probably, from my point of view, that's the best thing. Someone coming back from a higher level and really enjoying their footy and putting something back into local footy. And thanks again, mate. And it's been a pleasure having you on.
No worries at all, guys. Thanks so much. And, good luck this weekend as well, Goose.
Yeah, no worries, mate. When do we see you next at the ball
I
pit?
don't know. We definitely do later in the year at Pringles. So see how you go on the bigger deck this time. But,
go easy on us, mate. Don't get your 50
You might have 56 that game.
Yeah.
All right, mate.
I'll look forward to it, guys. But no, thanks again.
No worries, Tommy.
See you,
Thanks,
Tommy.
mate.
Bye.
See ya.
Well, there you have it.
was
Tommy
great.
Curren, what a superstar.
Great. Yeah, having him on, and it's good, and you can hear it in his voice how much he's enjoying the footy.
Well, as he said, like a lot of the young fellas, he's enjoying taking them. And if you're looking for young fellas to coming through the ranks, we have got the show. Now, was it called the Local Legends or the Legends in the Making? Legends in the Making. We got that show on Facebook. Yeah, there's something going on there.
Yeah, the buzzing.
Costanza. Legends in the Making, hosted by Helen James and Plugger. So you can get onto that, tune in, I think. There might be a little message come up on the Facebook. They can't do that, but it's on Facebook anyway. So Legends in the Making, check it out. It's a great show.
The game was Curren and Crib Point at Curren, yeah. And then Summy and Mornington at Summy. So
Summy with a lot of injuries.
No, they've got a lot of back. Fermanus is back. Everyone's back this week.
Is he?
Yep.
Oh, there you go. So you're going to have your work cut out for you there at the Mornington deck. It's the Summy deck, but it's a small deck. It's a small deck.
Yeah. Unopposed to Mornington's big deck, are you saying?
No, they're both, unopposed to...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Once again, we apologise.
Cut me some slack.
So, Div 1, Paddy. We've got some big games in Div 1. Rosebud on the rebound against Frankston Bombers, who beat Red Hill last week.
A lot of teams that have played us the next week haven't gone on and won.
Paddy.
They've been bashed up or they've had leather poisoning. I don't know what it is. But Rosebud.
Who'd you play round one?
YC. They didn't win.
Who'd you play round two?
Sorrento. They did win.
They did win?
Yeah.
Who'd you play round three?
Rosebud. They didn't win. So
you only played
66%.
Who'd you play last week?
Dramana. They're playing YC.
So Paddy reckons YC should win.
It could be happening, but as I said before about Dramana, so keep going. So Rosebud versus Frankston Bombers. Frankston Bombers, they're starting to get their mojo together.
Yep.
We all know what a great list they've got. They've got a great list,
and they should be.
But they're starting to understand each other's games.
They've probably got more VFL, AFL listed.
Definitely.
Players.
Yep,
but
they're actually playing good team footy now. And I think the way they'll set up behind the ball. Khan Haratuku had 8 shots on goal last week and only kicked 2.
Yeah. Right.
Corey Buchan's flying, so I think it'll be...
Rosebud have got a few injuries. They lost a few in the first
Yep.
quarter. I think a few of their midfielders. I think Bentley's
yeah,
out for a little bit.
Hardwick.
Yeah, so...
They'll make a big difference. So yeah, if Franks and Bombers is going to do anything against Rosebud, it'll be today. Then you've got Sorrento
and
versus
Bomb
Beach.
Beach. That'll be a good game. Because
Massive for Sorrento.
Because Sorrento, what have they only won? What is it? One? They've only beaten you.
No, they beat us and they beat Edithvale.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
they've
so
played the two bottom
for
sides.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
Two bottom sides, so they wouldn't want to be turning 2-3. So that's a big one for them. And Bomb Beach are flying, and then we got YC.
That's the match of the round.
The yellow and blacks. YC v Dramana.
Actually,
Yellow,
just on that, that's the one bad thing about
What?
Dramana. Dramana's got so many things going for them, but that jumper is putrid. They need to get if they made it more like the Port Adelaide jumper, where you had the black jumper with the green and yellow V.
Yeah,
that would look a bit
alright.
more up and at the and then you could just do a away jumper. But that's the only bad thing about Dramana. I will say.
What do you think though of away jumpers too?
I do like it.
We finally got one, and I like it because you play Hastings at a close by, and I think it's good.
Well, I
good
must
for
admit,
footy.
today's the first time. When we play Mount Eliza, I always notice it. But today against Red Hill, I didn't think of it till last night. I thought, geez, we should really have an away strip because they got the full red jumper. Ours is half red now, half red, half green.
But they got the red with the black shorts.
Yeah, we got white shorts, but it's still difficult, particularly how fast footy's getting played now. So I wouldn't mind us getting the white strip as well.
Yeah, white strip. Hey, Curren have a good white strip with the red and
I'd like
green.
it. So
we got, and then we got Edie.
What about YC Dramana? Who you tipping?
Say?
Yeah, but who you tipping?
I'll tip Dramana, but
I think if Dramana get that running game going, they'll make it very difficult for most sides.
Dramana, but YC playing YC,
the stoppages will be the key.
Yeah, but it's a nice big deck, so Dramana you should. Edithvale and Mount Eliza are going along nicely. Braddles has got them ticking along nicely.
I'll tell you the thing he'd be wrapped about them. They're leading every tackle count except for back 50 tackles, but they're
which is Pines.
Yeah, but they're because the oppo's getting so much inside 50s. But Mount Eliza's tackle pressure is super. And that's something that probably everyone's sort of been sort of saying Mount Eliza's not hard at the ball and that sort of stuff. So Braddles has obviously really been pumping that, and they've been getting the rewards. And then Red Hill and Pines,
which you said you should win quite comfortably. So you've got a couple key blokes back, and you said it should be our first win.
Well, we'll have Bo Hendry will play today, which is a massive win for us. Bo's, he's ticked a lot of boxes. Trained, and it's been as probably hard as anybody for Bo to be sitting there watching.
I know how much he loves his
young
footy.
kids, and he loves the young kids coming through. So he just wants to guide them out in the ground, and so he'll be massive for us today. And,
as you said, you should win this week, and then you have if you win next week, battle relegation. Did you said?
We're not even talking relegation. I think the league made a rule coming off COVID. There'll be no relegation. I think that's probably that. And then you've also got Luke Delmo will play for us today too.
Luke for the VFL player. They got Steve Morris.
Steve Morris I watched him against Sandringham playing for Richmond. He was unbelievable. So, that'll be good to have some VFL boys back for both sides. So, and obviously, who's the young fella, Dan Frampton? Yep,
he's
Dan Frampton. So he'll be playing as well. So, it's going to be a cracking game, that one. What about another good, really positive news? We've got Monday night. The MPNFL coaches are all going to get together and have a night with Justin Lepich, which is
that's Monday. It's
Monday
good,
night. So thanks to the league for chopping out with that, and to all the clubs for getting on board with it. And that's one thing that we are really proud of in our competition. When you look at a lot of the other neighbouring comps, the coaches pretty much just either pot each other or don't get on, whereas we're all about developing each other and making sure we work for each other. So Monday night, looking forward to all the coaches getting down to Linden House, and thank you to the Saints for providing that venue. And we'll have a ripper night and learn a lot off a 3-time AFL Premiership assistant coach and a 3-time Premiership player, and then also obviously he's coached struggling side. So there'll be something in it for everybody. All right, now enough of the serious stuff. Let's move on to Goosey's gag.
I've got a quick couple of ones, right?
A quick couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you read that all right? Yep.
Wife.
Oh,
wife.
The wife.
Honey, the vacuum isn't sucking. Husband. Frustrating, isn't it? Boom, boom. Do you like that one, Paddy?
Loved it.
So
Ned Moody's just fallen on the floor laughing.
Did Ned like that one? Do you like that one, Ned?
I can't believe he even got it.
Hey, so another one. I ran into the back of a car the other day. This gorgeous leggy blonde got out, real gorgeous, and said, ram me up the arse, why don't you? And that, Your Honour, is, I believe, where the confusion started.
Simon,
Boom, boom, boom.
Simon.
So I like that one. So
Not bad going into Mother's Day.
I apologise.
You've given one, you've won the second one derogatory to women, and then that one derogatory to women, and it's Mother's Day weekend. So yeah, to all the mothers out there.
Yeah, I do apologise there, but
No, you got to get them rolling. You can't tell jokes anymore anyway.
why?
Well, because everything's not
Politically
politically correct.
Yeah, we got to relax and just enjoy, don't we?
Bloody
Like,
oath you do.
have a laugh. Like
Have a laugh,
yeah,
enjoy your footy.
Yeah, not
Get your
everything-
game changer beanie. I think the Pines is winning the game changer beanie challenge. I think that's something we are winning, which is great.
Oh, really?
Yep. So it's actually a game on between us and Red Hill. And what about netball today too? Just I know we're a footy show, but netball today, Red Hill, you got the Gertie Gumdrops coaching against Pines.
Well.
Yeah, but I don't think they're against each other. One coach is C, one coach is B. But
Oh.
yeah, that's going to be game on too. So good luck to all the netballers out there. Good luck to all the footballers.
Yeah.
Thanks to Tommy for getting through without losing the stream.
Yeah,
Thanks to
Tommy. Yeah,
thanks to
keep you on.
Costanza.
He was on. We did get
Yeah.
him in during the week,
Yeah.
and we put him on
Yep.
written warning.
Yes. And
So-
Georgie's come in. Georgie's been working on his own show, Junk Food with George. All right, he'll rate all the different junk foods. What
Junk food, too right he has, mate. He's been eating half of it. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ,
He
the
gets
food show.
he does a lot of takes.
Looks like that bloke with the cravat now. You know, what's his name?
Matt Preston.
Matt Preston, mate. He looks like, mate, all those blokes on those shows, they just eat.
Yeah, it's all nice, rich, fatty food. So yeah,
well,
Georgie will be right. He'll at the
he's-
gym. We'll get him on to Tom
he's-
Curren for the PT
he's
sessions.
Definitely. Well,
Yeah.
we might even get him on the juice, mate. All right.
Get him on the
but
jungle juice.
May your
Or
news be
Hutchie.
good.
Hutchie's lost weight. Yeah, thanks for watching. We're yeah, I said the game changer beanies. Georgie, don't you listen? I just
Georgie,
said that before.
like we said that, mate.
Game changer beanies. Get on it. Snakes are winning, and good luck to everyone today.
And
thanks for
see you
watching
next
Live and
week.
Loose with Paddy and Goose.
See you
Next week
next
we'll have
week.
more superstars. Thank you.